for food, even if it's a short supply.
My bicycle gloves, my half gloves. When I was up here, I actually fell on a rock, on a wet rock, and I, cut my hand open. Before I know it, it was a long time, and they had no water, And so it's good to think about, to have those things, even for a small trip.
There'll be these smaller trails off the main trails, and on the new maps they're there, on the old maps they're not. So it's, sometimes good to update your map.
You might want to close your ears and just blow it just to see how loud it is. Now, some of your other whistles, if you have other types, you might blow them and see how they compare.
That's like your main support, right? And then you bring smaller, sticks to get things like it almost, looks like a little pub type shape. Tie the sticks together up high, and the breeze shelter you could actually, get a long braid.
Well, when we actually started with a couple of logs, and the shelter was really just that side of the tree. And then what happened was, after somebody gave us a little bit of feedback, we actually expanded it from a lean-to to a closed shelter construction by wrapping it around and closing off the side.
That was beautiful, isn't it? The rocks.
Right. We were originally, our plan had been to do a lean-to closed off on that side and open on this side, but we got some helpful advice on that point.
Two big logs at the base, line it sideways with a smaller log, 6, and then we began to layer on the greenery. We incorrectly started from the top. Had them pointing in the right direction, but should have started from the bottom.
But ultimately that got resolved under the pressure of 15 minutes to complete it. Survival pressure, right.
So actually, if I might interject, it's like, this is a really good observation.
Yeah.
This is an excellent observation.
David said this is probably what it feels like. We're feeling a little pressure, but that's probably what it does feel like.
One of the best things you can do is find yourself in this situation. You've already gotten fun with it. Reminded yourself not to panic. Is check out your whole surroundings. Don't have to pick the very first site you see.
Put this here just as a wind spot from there, and then you would dig a little, either dig a gully, one here for rainwater to go away from it, or just build up a little bit of dirt. Right. And then we would put tiny needles and stuff underneath there.
You will gather only so much, but I understand, of course, that if we had to keep this going all night, right, then we want to make sure we have a lot more fuel, more than you think you need most times.
I start off with some nice dry grass type stuff, which bird's nest I call it. It's nice and dry. And I would get my Vaseline ball with my cotton ball with Vaseline, put it right in the middle here. And then I would try to light that on fire, or maybe I have it near the edge. You can light the grass on fire, actually light the Vaseline ball, and you can drop it in there. And it actually starts to flame up. I've seen some people at the CMC actually grab the whole nest and keep it upside down after it's lit. You gotta try to get the flames to come up. And once that looks like it's catching, that's your tinder. Then I throw my kindling, which are lightly small wood, even maybe a little smaller, and then I would try to make a teepee on it. It's a very stable platform. You don't have to play around with trying to get your teepee to stand up and things like that. And one of the things I like about this, the reason I always this is my go-to fire, is I can stack up a windbreak along one side if I want, if I've got too much wind like today. And down under here, I've got this big pile of tinder. And you reach in here, and you light it, and that lights everything above it. The trick is that you're lighting it from below. And you have the little tinder already there, so it's not disturbing it in small bits, and it just tends to be by itself.
Put it right in the middle.
So I would probably clear away the sky and maybe add some rocks.